The wind howls across the Scottish Highlands. A single candle burns in the dark, flickering, trembling, fighting to stay alive against the storm. The voice of Faith Fraser echoes faintly. Some ghosts never leave us, even when time says they should. Then silence. A heartbeat. 1, 2, 3. And a young woman's voice whispers back, soft and broken, Mama. The screen fades to black. A surge of haunting violin and bagpipes rise together. Title appears. Outlander, Season 8. Faith's return changes everything. Mist rolls over the Highlands, swallowing the earth in a silver veil. The sound of the wind carries a familiar sorrow, one that seems to whisper names lost to time. We see the outline of Lallybroch, its stones old and heavy with memory. Inside, the air is still. Claire walks through the corridor, her hand brushing the wooden banister worn smooth by decades of longing. Her voice, aged with wisdom and pain, breaks the quiet. I've crossed centuries to be with him, but time always takes its price. Jamie stands near the hearth, his face half lit by firelight. The warmth touches his eyes, but not his heart. The past is never far, and tonight it feels closer than ever. He looks toward Claire, and for a moment, neither speaks. The silence between them holds every unspoken memory. Every child lost, every battle survived. Outside, thunder rolls. A storm is coming, the kind that carries both truth and tragedy. A candle flickers. The flame bends, trembles, and then steadies again, like a heartbeat refusing to die. The camera lingers on that light as if it knows what's coming. Claire's voice grows softer, almost a whisper to herself. I used to think time was cruel, but maybe it's only honest. The wind slams against the window. Claire startles, not from fear, but recognition. That sound, that feeling. Something in her chest tightens, like an old wound reopening. She steps toward the window. The world outside is dark, wild, and endless. Yet for a fleeting moment, she swears she sees a figure beyond the trees, a woman standing in the storm. Unmoving. Comes up behind her, his voice low and cautious. Did you see something, Sassenach? Claire's lips part. She can't speak. Her fingers trace the glass where the figure once was, now gone. Only rain remains then. From the shadows, the faintest sound. A soft hum. A melody she hasn't heard in years, the lullaby. She used to sing to a child who never lived long enough to learn it. Jamie turned sharply. Claire, what is it? Her voice trembles. It's impossible. The wind grows louder. The candle flickers once more, and then the room plunges into darkness. A final whisper floats through the air. Mama. The screen fades to black. Only the echo of rain remains. Transition cue soft music begins, distant. Violin strings that carry us into the next chapter, the recap of a love that defied time. The rain doesn't stop. It falls harder, washing over the stones of Lallybroch like tears that time itself forgot to shed. As the sound of thunder fades, the screen fills with images of the past moments that once felt eternal. Now flickering like ghosts, we hear Claire's voice, distant but clear, carried through the years. Every choice I made, every life I touched, rippled through centuries. Slowly the memories begin to move. A flash of Claire's trembling hands covered in blood as she delivers a child in a candlelit room. Jamie's face streaked with dirt and firelight, whispering her name on the battlefield. The stones at Craigh hum faintly, their power awakening as if remembering her touch. I thought I understood time, Claire continues, but time, it has its own heart. The imagery shifts fast, rhythmic, like the beating of that unseen heart. Brianna and Roger in the modern world, standing beside an old map of Scotland, marked with names long gone. The hum of engines replaces the sound of hooves. The light of the present bleeds into the shadows of the past. Yet even here, the past refuses to sleep. Jamie's voice joins hers now, deep and haunted. What's done can't be undone, not even by time itself. The music swells. We see Claire staring at her reflection in a cracked mirror, her eyes older, wiser, but filled with a question that never left her. What did we lose? What did we change? Then silence. The screen cuts to black. And in that stillness, we hear a child's laugh, faint, echoing through centuries. Innocent and pure, the image returns. Faith, as a baby, wrapped in linen. The scene glows soft and golden. Claire's tears fall onto her tiny hand. Jamie leans close, whispering a prayer. She was our beginning, Claire whispers, and our end. Suddenly, the vision shatters like glass. The music twists, haunting, unfamiliar. We see flashes of Faith's grave. Then, just as quickly, a grown woman's silhouette stepping through fog. The same melody hums again, older, stronger. No one is truly lost, the voice whispers. Not forever. Stones begin to glow, pulsing with a heartbeat of their own. Time bends. Shadows reverse. The wind carries voices that shouldn't exist. Claire gasps. Jamie reaches for his sword, eyes searching the horizon. Someone is coming. The final image. A candle reigniting itself, burning brighter than before. Then, a soft whisper layered under the music. Faith. The screen fades to black once more, but this time, the darkness feels alive. Transition cue, the voiceover deepens. The past has awakened. And with it, the one truth time tried to bury. Up next. Section 3. The Return of Faith, where the impossible becomes real, and destiny begins to unravel. The night settles heavy over the Highlands. The storm has passed, but the air feels wrong too, still, too quiet, as if the world itself is holding its breath. The camera glides slowly toward the old Fraser estate. Lallybroch stands like a ghost, its windows dim, its walls whispering secrets only the wind can hear. Inside, the fireplace burns low. Claire sits alone at the table, an open journal before her, her handwriting trembling across the page. The ink bleeds slightly, like tears soaking through memory. Every day, she writes softly. I tell myself she's gone. But every night I hear her. The sound of the clock ticks louder, each second echoing like footsteps in an empty hall. Jamie appears in the doorway, his expression torn between worry and disbelief. He studies Claire the way her eyes stare not at the page, but through it. You've not slept, Sassenach, he murmurs. How can I? She replies, the dead shouldn't whisper in dreams. A gust of wind rattles the window. The candle beside her flares high, too high, then settles. Something changes in the air. Claire feels it first. Her breath catches. From somewhere beyond the walls, faint music drifts in a lullaby. The same one she used to hum to her baby. Her voice cracks. Jamie, do you hear that? He listens. And then he does. That tune. That impossible, fragile tune. They follow it up the stairs. Past the long-forgotten portraits. Toward the nursery that hasn't been opened in years. The door creaks as Jamie pushes it open. Dust falls like snow. Inside, the crib stands untouched, wrapped in moonlight. The music stops. Then a shadow moves. At first, it's only the shape of a woman. A figure in white, her back turned. Her hair glows faintly in the moonlight, golden, familiar. Who's there? Jamie demands, his voice firm but trembling. The figure doesn't answer. Instead, she turns. And there, in that moment, time shatters. A young woman stands before them. Her eyes, Claire's eyes. Her features, Jamie's strength and softness entwined. She's neither ghost nor dream. She's real. Claire's voice breaks to a whisper. Faith. The woman smiles faintly. Her voice is soft, steady, but strange, as if it comes from somewhere beyond time. You thought I was gone, but time. It owed me something. Jamie steps forward, disbelief written across every line of his face. How this can it be? Faith looks at him, eyes filled with both love and distance. Where time ends for you, it begins for me. Lightning flashes outside, casting her face in gold and silver. For a heartbeat, she seems to flicker half there, half memory. Claire reaches out, her hand trembling, but before she can touch her, Faith steps back. "Don't," she whispers. "It's not time yet." The wind howls again, the cradle creaks softly, and the candle beside them goes out. Darkness swallows the room. Only her voice remains. "I came back." Because the past isn't finished. The sound fades. Jamie turns to Claire, eyes wide. "Sassenach. What in God's name just happened?" Claire doesn't answer. Her tears say what words cannot, that their world already torn apart by time has just been rewritten again. Transition cue, a haunting drumbeat begins to rise beneath the silence. Faith's return is no miracle. It's a warning. Up next. Section 4. The conflict unfolds. Where truth becomes the most dangerous enemy of all. The dawn breaks cold over the Highlands. Mist curls around the stones like restless spirits, and Lelybrock lies quiet, too quiet. Inside, Claire stands at the window, her reflection caught between light and shadow. Behind her, Jamie paces the floor, his boots striking the wood like thunder. "It's no possible," he mutters. "She died, Claire. We buried her." "I know," Claire answers, her voice hollow. "And yet, she's here." The words hang heavy like a curse. Faith's presence has changed everything. She walks the halls like someone born from both dream and nightmare. Her eyes are gentle, but there's something hidden behind them, something ancient. She doesn't speak much, but when she does, her words feel like echoes from another life. One night, Claire finds her standing near the stones behind Lelybrock, the ones that once tore her from her own time. Faith's fingers hovered just above their surface, the air humming faintly around her. "Do they still call to you?" Claire asks softly. Faith turns. "Every word you ever wrote, every tear you shed, I saw them. I lived inside them." The music deepens, a slow, haunting cello that builds under her voice. "You tried to save me," Faith continues, "but you didn't understand. Time doesn't give second chances. It takes them." The candle flickers violently. Claire feels the temperature drop. Outside, the stones begin to hum again, louder, stronger, as if awakening. Jamie rushes in, shouting over the roar of the wind. "Claire, the stones, they're alive." Faith stands. Her shadow stretches long across the floor, and for a moment, it's not hers. It twists, bends, and splits into two. "It's starting again," she says quietly. "The past is trying to fix itself." The room shakes. Books fall from the shelves. Jamie grabs Claire's hand, pulling her close. "If she's brought danger with her, she's our daughter, Jamie." Claire snaps, tears in her eyes. "We can't lose her again." Faith turns toward them, sorrow heavy in her gaze. "You already have. You just don't know it yet." A blast of wind bursts through the windows, snuffing out every flame. The sound of bagpipes echoes faintly in the distance, mournful. Endless darkness falls again. Transition cue, the voiceover grows deeper, more urgent. What once was lost has returned, but not as they remember it. The future of every Fraser hangs by a single thread, and time itself is ready to cut it. Section 5. Glimpses of the new season. Where love and destiny collide across centuries, the screen bursts alive. Flashes of fire, thunder, and faces lost in the blur of time. Each image strikes like lightning fast, bright, unforgettable. A battlefield drenched in fog. Jamie rides through chaos, sword drawn, his eyes wild with purpose. Claire screams his name through smoke and gunfire, her voice swallowed by the roar of cannons. Cut, a door slams open. Brianna stands in a room lit by the glow of a single lamp, staring down at an open journal. The words scrawled across the page seem alive. Faith's return marks the fracture of time. She looks up at Roger, fear cutting through her calm. "If this is true," she whispers, "our past isn't the only thing at risk. Our future is." Cut again. The stones at Craigh done glow with furious light. The hum is louder now, almost a scream. A storm swirls above them, thunder cracking like the heartbeat of time itself. Voice over low, urgent. Every path leads back to the same moment. The moment everything broke. Faith stands before the stones, her hair whipping in the wind. Lightning flickers across her face, half woman, half echo of something greater. "Time gave me life," she says softly, "but it wants it back." Quick flashes ripple like a fever dream, Jamie lifting a wounded man from the mud, Claire in a dark corridor, her hands stained with blood, Faith crying out as the stones pulse behind her, Brianna shouting the timelines are collapsing, Roger holding their child close, whispering, "We can't change what's already been written." The music shifts, a haunting blend of bagpipes and strings. Each note trembling on the edge of sorrow, we see Faith walking through two worlds, one drenched in candlelight, one flooded with neon from the modern age. Each step she takes tears the world at its seams. Then a softer moment. Jamie and Claire, standing beneath the stars, his hand on her cheek. "If she truly is our daughter," Jamie murmurs, "then she carries both our sins and our salvation." Claire's eyes glisten. "Then we must face them both." The sky cracks open again, time collapsing, scenes folding into one another. The past bleeds into the future. Brianna's voice echoes through it all. "Every action we take changes everything, but what if this time? Change isn't ours to choose?" The pace quickens, faces, fire, stones, love, war, heartbreak. Every image hits harder, faster, louder, then silence. A single tear rolls down Faith's cheek. She looks directly at the camera, breaking the boundary between viewer and story. "I came back to stop the world from ending, and it starts with you." The screen cuts to black. Only the hum of the stones remains. Transition QA slow. Rhythmic heartbeat echoes under the final whisper. Time doesn't heal all wounds. It remembers them. Up next, Section 6, the climactic moment, where every truth collides, and destiny demands its price. The screen is black. One heartbeat, then another. A voice, trembling and fierce, cuts through the silence. "Faith's. You taught me to believe in time, Mama. But time lied to us all." A burst of light, the stones ignite, blazing like suns tearing through fog. Wind howls, trees bend, the sky splits open in furious color. The world trembles as if time itself is breaking apart. Claire and Jamie race toward the stones, their hands clutching one another like lifelines. Their faces are streaked with rain and fear. "Faith," Claire cries, her voice breaking against the roar. "Don't do this." Faith stands before the stones, her eyes glowing faintly, her hair caught in the wind. She looks both terrified and certain. A woman caught between love and destiny. "If I don't," she says, "everything ends. You, him, me, all of it." Jamie steps forward, shouting above the chaos. "The din ken what you're meddling with. Time's a beast, lass. It devours its own." Faith shakes her head, tears streaming down her face. "Then let it devour me, not you." Lightning crashes. The ground splits. Echoes of the past flicker like shattered glass colliding. The revolution, the births, the deaths, the love, the loss all flashing in a blinding sequence. Claire reaches for Faith, but the pull of the stones drags her back. She screams her daughter's name again and again, the sound ripping through time. "Faith, please." Faith looks at her mother one last time. Her expression softens. "You gave me life, Mama. Let me give you yours." Then light. A massive surge swallowing everything. Jamie dives, shielding Claire as the world collapses into white. The music stops. For a heartbeat, there's nothing. No wind, no light. Just silence. Then slowly, Claire opens her eyes. She's lying on the grass, the dawn breaking soft over the Highlands. Jamie lies beside her, still breathing, still real, but Faith is gone. The stones stand still now, quiet, cold, indifferent. The air carries only the faintest whisper. The world remembers, even when you forget. Claire breaks. Jamie pulls her close, his hand trembling as he strokes her hair. Neither speak. The grief says everything. The camera pans upward, from their shattered world to the sky, where the light bends and folds upon itself. For a moment, just a moment, Faith's face appears in the clouds, her eyes calm, her voice distant. I've said it right. For now, the sky fades to gold. The heartbeat returns, faint, steady, eternal. Then black screen. Final voiceover cue time takes what it must. Love gives what it can. But destiny decides who returns. The final sound, the faint hum of the stones starting again. Next, Section 7, the end card, the emotional, cinematic finale that seals the trailer with power and mystery. A soft wind sweeps through the Highlands. The storm is gone now, but the world feels changed, calmer, older, as if time itself has exhaled. The camera drifts slowly through the fog, across the wet grass, and up toward Lelybrock, its stones glistening under the pale dawn. Inside, everything is quiet. Claire sits by the window, her hair loose, her face pale in the morning light. The teacup in her hands trembles slightly, the ripples inside it moving like tiny waves of memory. Jamie enters silently. His footsteps are softer now, his anger gone. Only sorrow remains. He stands behind her, unsure what to say. Then finally, do you think she's truly gone this time? Claire doesn't look up. Her voice is barely a whisper. No one ever really leaves, Jamie. Not her. The camera pans toward the window. Outside, the wind stirs a field of wildflowers. For a second, a shadow passes. A young woman's outline, faint, fleeting like the memory of light. Jamie sees it too. Was that? Yes, Claire says softly. It was. The music rises, slow strings, low and haunting. Images flash like forgotten dreams, Faith laughing as a child in a field of heather. Claire and Jamie holding her, the stones glowing under moonlight, the letters, the journeys. The love that refused to die. Then the final shot, the camera drifts toward the standing stones one last time. They hum quietly, pulsing faintly. Alive again but calm like the steady rhythm of a resting heart. A voice breaks the silence. Faith's voice, faint and beautiful. Every story begins and ends with love. Even mine. A single feather floats past the stones, carried by the wind. It lands on the ground, soft and white, and beside it, an engraving carved into the rock. Faith Fraser, 1743 Infinity. The infinity symbol glows faintly, then fades. The music swells, one final crescendo of strings and bagpipes. As the screen turns black, golden letters begin to appear, slow, deliberate, powerful.